5'6", 135 pounds.
Chris, two players of almost identical styles. They open that hand on the backswing. They have a slightly bent elbow, and both very tough competitors. Butch Soper, almost unemotional, one of the really likable guys on the tour, going head-to-head against each other for a difference of $1,000.
And Butch Soper, who uses that full approach, like Holman did in his match against the winner, Joe Hutchinson, at whom we're looking. Joe's a little more forward on the approach, shooting on the right lane first. Second match. All right.
As we said, Joe Hutchinson loosened up, likes this pair of lanes, bowled 259 and 279 during a 42-game competition this week, and he should shoot some good scores, Chris. He should maintain the pace. He's in excellent physical condition. He's a physical condition buff, and I believe he'll stay out there and really give everybody a tough match.
He defeated Holman, who leaves with $3,000. All right, that big double. Taking that 10-pin lead, and Soper can make it even again with a strike.
Here's the foul line and the slide of Joe Hutchinson. See how close he comes? Within about an inch of the foul line, but look how far left he is. Almost over by the left channel. That's how deep an inside line they're playing. Here's Soper live, working on a strike.
And the Whittier, California bowler has a double, and we're all even. Second match, the winner to meet Cliff McNeely.
Chris, the style's almost the same between the two players, about the same amount of hook, almost the same line between the 18th, 19th, 20th board, right down the center. The reason they play there is the outside part of the lane's a little spotty. You can see where Soper's standing. Now, he'll actually drift to your right on the television screen, actually the left if you were bowling. Look at that, way down the center.
3 in a row.
And as I said, Chris, it's because the outside line or around the second arrow is just not playable this week, and you can see the angle the players are playing. Deep inside, that just shows the versatility of these top pros. This ball will be right over the fourth arrow, the 20th board on the lane. That's right down the center. Perfect. And that ball was a strike. Hutchinson, a double working.
Answering strike by Hutchinson, each with 3 in a row. And today's professional bowlers tip of the week with Nelson Burton will be on zone bowling.
And Chris, you get the chance to see when to use that type of zone that they're using. We call it the deep inside zone. Both players are using it today. So it often works real well when the lanes are hooking a lot. That part of the lane doesn't have as much wear.
So they battle with strikes here. Hutchinson with 4 in a row, and a 10-pin lead as we take a break for this message, and then we'll be back in Ohio. This 6'3" Californian, Cliff McNeely, will meet the winner of our second match here in the Cleveland Open at the Buckeye Lanes. Butch Soper from Whittier, California, has 3 in a row working for him, shooting in the fourth, going against Joe Hutchinson, our first game winner, 234 to 229, eliminating Marshall Holman.
Fourth frame, right-hand lane. Both players are perfect so far.
High hit, leaving the 6-10 on the right lane for Soper.
Got a good break. Soper got to the line a little quickly, and he just pulled that ball. Now he's short, and look at all the approach he takes. Butch is only 5'6", and he needs that full approach to get the momentum and the speed on the ball. He's in excellent position right here, but notice how he turns a little bit sideways at the line right after he lets go of that. That is not ideal, but he gets away with it.
And he was a little concerned about covering the 6-10. He marked with a spare, and will be shooting in the 5th frame as we pause 5 seconds so our local stations may identify themselves. Okay, here at the Buckeye Lanes, this is Soper, spare working. And back in the pocket. So he'll get a rest while Hutchinson comes up with 4 in a row. He had 8 strikes in the first game, defeating Marshall Holman. Nice mark, 5-bagger for Hutchinson.
Comical Joe Hutchinson. Here's the style of his. Now watch how he cocks that ball in a funny angle at the back of his swing with his shoulder open. But watch how he brings it down close to his left foot, right in tight, the deep inside line. You can see the ball going just to the right of the 4th arrow. And what a great break he's going to get from that deep inside angle. A little love tap on the 10-pin. 5 in a row.
His string was ended at 5 in the first game. The same is true here, leaving the 4, 7, 9. And he takes it philosophically. Well,
Chris, in the first game, he let up on his speed and the ball hooked too much. That time, he just, what we call, cranked it up. He had the adrenaline flowing and just hit that ball too much and made it break so sharply at the back end, leaving the 4, 7, 9. A little bit easier than the 4, 7, 10, but by no means a gimme.
So it's 145 through the 6th for Hutchinson. Soper now with a strike, working in the 5th, shooting in the 6th frame, second game. So the lead has been taken over by 3 pins, Butch Soper because of a double.
Soper using the full approach all the way back there, 17 foot, 5-foot approach. And watch how he slides slightly sideways, but it's after the ball leaves. If that foot had started turning sideways before the ball left, the shot would have been errant. You could never have any consistency, leverage, or control. Soper taking a little extra time can really put the pressure on Hutchinson here. 6 through 6 frames, he has a 3-pin lead, double working. Once again, remember, the left-hand lane hooks a little more than the right. That's the lane that most of the players have seemed to have been missed so far.
Ten-pin on that left lane.
And from that camera angle at the back, you can see how consistent these pros are at hitting their spot. Almost every ball has gone in the exact same zone out there 17 feet where the arrows are in that 15 to 17-foot zone from the foul line, which is 1979 average. That's for all the tournaments he's competed in so far this year. 8 tournaments, 213.2. Not bad.
So our second match is another close one. 2 pins separating these 2 pros. More after this. Take a look at the money leaders through our first 7 tournaments on the Professional Bowlers Tour. Mark Roth, who did not compete here in North Olmstead this week, still the leader. Earl Anthony has a chance to move up a notch. He is our tournament leader, waiting in the wings to meet the winner of the next match. Right now, Joe Hutchinson, bowling in the 7th frame, trailing by 2. This follows an open frame. And coming right back, the man that bowled a lot at Paramus Lanes in New Jersey.
And as you see, 2 pins, this match seesawing back and forth. And once again, this house has a history, this pair of lanes, of producing scores in the 220, 230, 240 range.